Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are here to discuss different study designs while we are going to finalize our research proposal. It's a very important segment to finalize the study design. So it's a much confusing topic as well. So we are here to have a debate on this. First of all, whenever you want to discuss about your study design, you have to start with a debate which which can be concluded if you able to identify whether it's in intervention or observation. If we able to differentiate intervention from observation, it become very easy for us to finalize our study design. So let's have a discussion on this study design. Your first task is to recognize whether it's intervention or observation. If intervention is yes or plus, then the study design is straightforward, experimental. Trial. The study design is experimental, and if intervention is no, it means there is observational. Then the other side of studies started, that are observational studies. Experimental study designs have further two types on the basis of randomization. If there is randomization means both or all groups have equal sample size, then the study design is randomized controlled trial. Two or more than two groups having equal sample size, then study design is randomized controlled trial. In case of otherwise, if there is one group or two or more than two groups, but they have unequal sample size, the study design will be non-randomized controlled trial. In case of one group, we further specifically call this type of study quasi experimental trial. But on the other hand, if sample size are unequal, the design is non-randomized controlled trial. So I am again repeating this. First of all, you have to identify whether you are going to intervene or not. There is intervention in your study, your conduct of research, then you straightforward go to the study designs which are experimental trials, experimental studies. Experimental studies can be divided further into two groups. One are randomized control trial and other one is non-randomized control trial. We can differentiate this group on the basis of randomization, mean sample size. If there are two group or more than two group and all groups have equal sample size, the study design is randomized control trial. On the other hand, if there is one group, then this type of study will be non-randomized control trial, or you can say quasi experimental trial. And if there are two group or more than two group, but they have unequal sample size, then the study design is, you can only say, non-randomized control trial. On the other hand, if there is no intervention, it means there is observation. If there is observation only, The very obvious type of study design is observational studies. Observational study can be further divided into descriptive studies and correlational studies. Descriptive studies are, first one is case report, second one is case series, and third one is one group or non-correlational cross-sectional study. Further we can say surveys. Surveys again have two types, correlational and simple one group. So if you are going to study 1, 2 or 3 cases, up to 3 cases, you can say this study design is case report. From 4 to 29, less than 30, if you are going to study and report, this type of study will be case series. More than 30, and if you have only one group, and if you are not going to correlate or making any group on that observation, the study design will be cross-sectional, that we can specifically call as descriptive cross-sectional study. On the other hand, when there are correlations between two groups and we are going to study that, there may be one of 3 types of studies. First one is cohort, second one is case control, and third one is cross-sectional. We can understand this debate in an easier way if we can identify the exposure and outcome variable of our study. If we are moving or observing exposure to outcome, my direction is from exposure to outcome, the study design is cohort. For example, a very conventional example, association of lung cancer with smoking. If we take smokers and follow those smokers for few years and then observe whether they develop lung cancer or not, it means I have taken exposure, all exposed that are smokers, and followed that smokers till the development of lung cancer. I am going toward the outcome. If my direction is from exposure to outcome, this study design is cohort study. Now, cohort are of 2 types, prospective cohort and retrospective cohort. This debate can be very easily understandable if we have concept of forward in time and back in time. In time. What does it mean? It means today in September 17, 2020, I have taken a sample size of smokers and start following them in future. that I am moving forward in time, then this sort of studies, as I am moving from exposure to outcome, as we have already decided that when we are taking exposure and followed them then till outcome, the study design is cohort. And if this movement is forward in time, then this is prospective cohort. On the other hand, if my direction is from exposure to outcome, but I take the record of my hospital, my ward in past, for example, from record I collect a sample of smokers from file and then traces that all the exposed to the smoking patient, whether they have developed lung cancer or not, till 2019 date of any say September or December. Now in this situation, actually I am going from exposure to outcome, but my study time is in back in time, that is in past, from 2015 to 2019, but my direction is forward from exposure to outcome. In this situation, I am here from 2015 to 2019. This is a past. My direction is from exposure to outcome. So this sort of studies retrospective cohort. Before commenting type of study, always see the direction of study flow, whether it's from exposure to outcome. If it's exposure to outcome, it means it's cohort. Now to decide whether it is prospective or retrospective, check whether you are studying in future or you are taking data from past. If you are taking data in past, that is retrospective cohort. Okay, hopefully you able to understand this difference of retrospective and prospective cohort. Now we are going toward case control. In case control, my direction is from outcome to exposure. In this case, in the example of lung cancer smoking, I will take a sample of lung cancer patient and then will go in the past and check the record and the history whether they have smoked or not. In such sort of study, my direction is from outcome. All established diagnosed lung cancer patient is my sample and I am tracing their exposure to smoking or not. In this case, my direction is from outcome to exposure. So study design is case control study. Case control study is always back in time. Case control study can never be forward in time, never be in future. Now there is no word about prospective case control. Case control studies is always retrospective. Mark this point. Case control study can never be prospective. Okay, hopefully you will understand this. Now this is cross-sectional study. Cross-sectional study is basically when you study both outcome and exposure. If you study both of these variable in one point in time, then the study will be cross-sectional. For example, if I try to sort out the frequency of lung cancer patients who are smokers in last 6 months of reporting in cardiology hospital. So I have defined a point in time. There are 6 months, or I can also make this point even a century. The frequency of smokers, the frequency of lung cancer patients who are smokers in last century, reporting to Tertiary Hospital of Pakistan, you can say. And so make this confusion clear. Then one point in time doesn't mean it is 6 months or 1 year. It can be a century. It can be 1 minute. It can be 6 months. So in a 6 month interval, when I have fixed it and I am studying both variable together, this sort of study is cross sectional study. Most of studies which educational researcher are doing actually are cross sectional study, because these sort of studies have time limitation and time bounded. They have specified the time. So these are the sort of observational correlational studies. Hopefully you will be able to understand this concept of studies, and if in case of any question from your side, you are more than welcome, and I will answer your question. You can inbox me.